Hello everybody and welcome back to Full House Sports here, myself Charlie. A reminder before the video starts to please like, comment and subscribe. Anything you guys do is greatly appreciated as I try and become a one-man sports news bandwagon. Now we've just had the breaking news in the last 15 minutes come through that Xander Zayas is going to face off with Jaron Ennis for the unified crown. Zayas' titles, of course, the WBA and the WBO title that he owns at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. It is a huge fight. I think it's a fight between two of boxing's best young talents, and certainly a fight between two of the super welterweights division's best talents. It's also a fight that I think is going to see it's a big coming out party for Boots. It's obviously in New York, which has a huge Puerto Rican population, which of course Zayas hails from. And it's, for me, the type of fight that we've been wanting to see in boxing for a while. We thought it was going to be Boots Ortiz, but I think due to promotional disputes between Virgil Ortiz and Golden Boy, his promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, we're not going to see that fight now. So instead, we are going to see this one. But again, it's not a bad second option, to be honest with you. Anyone who watched Zayas' last fight, which was in January against Abbas Barou, who was at the time the WBA champion, would know that it was a real barn burner in Puerto Rico. Both men stood toe-to-toe with each other. Both men really, especially towards the end. Zayas is not someone who's going to back down at all. With Boots, of course, he's undefeated. He's only had the one fight at this weight, which was against Isma Lima, who he absolutely blew away in the early stages and was dominant in. But I think it is a big step up for Boots, certainly in terms of super welterweight division. We've not seen him in with anyone of this calibre yet in this division because he's only had the one fight. And it's two young guys as well putting their O's on the line, putting their undefeated records on the line. I think early doors you would have to say that Boots goes into this as a favourite, but I think wrote off Zayas at your peril, to be honest with you, because I think that he is a guy who is incredibly tough and is also can carry a punch, which is something as well that we've not really seen Boots tested with, certainly at a higher weight, is he's not really had his chin tested because no one's been able to land on him. I'm really excited for the fight. I think it's a New York fight week. The build-up to it's going to be incredible. Like I say, you're going to have a lot of the Puerto Ricans come to town because of Zayas and because of those links there. It feels, again, like a bit of a throwback to the old sort of New York fight days. You know, the fight it reminds me of the most is Miguel Cotto Zab Jr. It has that sort of, I know Boots is Philly, not New York, but it has that sort of feel to it of just these two communities coming together and in New York for a fight night, for a unified world title. I think, like I said, the Super World Division has a lot of young fighters in it. Of course, Josh Kelly will probably be watching this fight with a fair bit of intrigue to see what happens there. And others as well will be watching it. Fedora we saw at the weekend. I'm going to do a video about him as well. It's such a hot division. And right now, this is one of the best fights that could be made in it. So I'm really glad Top Rank and Matchroom have put this fight on. And regardless, this is the good thing when you see these young fighters get together, is regardless of who the winner and who the loser is, they can come again. I think sometimes, a lot of the time, fighters avoid that. But these guys are young. Let's not write them off. One of them will lose their O, but let's not write them off because that's not the reality of boxing. People do lose. It's rare someone goes undefeated. And these guys will be able to come again, regardless of who is the loser. So I'm really excited about this fight. I think it's a fantastic fight. It's the right sort of fight to be making in boxing right now. If I was to go early prediction, I do think Boots will probably win. But I think it could be a real firefight as well. Because I don't think Zayas, especially with that red-hot Brooklyn atmosphere, I don't think he's going to back down. And Boots as well may not back down as well. He may be able to be sucking into it. I just think Boots might be elite. And I think this fight should prove it. As always, guys, let us know what you think. Please like, comment and subscribe. Anything you guys do is greatly appreciated. As I try to become a one-man sports news bandwagon. As always, have a great day.